So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now it's my first movie review here on this channel, so very exciting. So yeah, you've read the title of the video. Today we're going to be going over Black Panther. It's going to be a short review. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So yeah, I really wanted to do a review of. I really wanted to talk about this film. I wasn't sure whether to do reviews here on this channel, but clearly we're starting them. But I really wanted to talk about this film because I saw it about 2 months ago now. I think that's maybe how long it's been out here in the UK, and I enjoyed it when I saw it a lot. But this film has been breaking all kinds of records. People are praising it like they've never praised any other superhero film before. I wanted to talk about it because I feel this film is getting treated way too kindly. So yes, I do like this film, but I don't love it, and I'm going to explain why I don't love it and why it shouldn't be getting the recognition it is getting. So if you disagree with me, please don't call me a racist, because I'm obviously not doing it because the film has a lot of black actors and it is directed by a black man. Obviously that has absolutely nothing to do with it. I am looking at the film as a film. What it does as a film. I'm looking at the story, the characters, and, you know, everything that builds up a film in my mind. And why this film for me is what I'd like to call an average Marvel film. It's not one of Marvel's best, but it's not their worst either. So anyway, I'm going to have a look at the story first. So I've made some notes here on my iPad because I didn't want to come into this completely blindfolded. So the story I found for this one, unique at times with, and I will say spoilers as well. Spoilers if you haven't seen the film. So I found the film unique at times, especially how it handled characters like Black Panther's father. Because he died in Civil War, but he needed a presence in this film. So it was really cool how we got to see him. It was quite unique how they buried him in this sand, this dirt stuff. And he went into a place where he wanted to be, and he could see all his ancestors, and they were in the tree as actual panthers. And then one jumped off, and it was his dad. So there was some really unique bits in it like that. The action sequences were really fun, and they fit into the story well. The best action sequence for me was the one at the start where he jumped out the plane, and it was all shot at night. It was beautiful. It looked fantastic. But overall, the story was pretty predictable, I found. It was very generic at the end of the day. In terms of structure, it was very generic, as in the villain comes along. Our main villain beats Black Panther, and Black Panther has to come back and rise up. But then there are other bits, like when he had his fight with Killmonger on the waterfall. It was so obvious, I thought, that Forrest Whitaker's character was going to die. And then I thought it was so obvious that Black Panther couldn't die. Obviously, he's the hero. So what are they going to do? They're going to chuck him over the side. Of course they are. Martin Freeman's character recovering like that, because Martin Freeman was all over the posters for this film. And he gets shot in the back and has a major spinal injury, like, immediately in this film. So it was obvious he was going to recover in supersonic speed time. So yeah, I did find the story pretty predictable, and at the end of the day, generic. But there were unique things in it, and there were fun things in it. I'm also going to touch on the end credit scenes here as well, and say the first end credit scene was important. It was a bit anticlimactic, but it was important, and I'm sure they're going to build on it in either the sequel or Infinity War or Avengers 4. The second end credit scene with Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, coming out was awesome. I thought that was really good. Okay, so now I'm going to do characters. I'm going to touch on the acting separately straight after. So just looking at the characters, we've got Black Panther. He's an okay protagonist. He's okay. He's not fantastic, though. Generally, if you look at the other Marvel superheroes, he's actually one of the least interesting ones, I think. His character is pretty boring at times. And his powers don't make sense. I mean, not every Marvel character's powers make sense. Like, you can pick apart all of them if you want. But in Civil War, I just got the impression that he was a really, really good fighter in a really good suit. And he was doing things in this film which I didn't understand why they were happening. I know that he took something when he became the king, and it made him stronger, but that just didn't really get explained. That just happened. So yeah, he's got a cool costume. He was a good character to watch, but Marvel definitely have better heroes. Killmonger, our villain of the film, which people loved. People loved him because he had good motive, which not many Marvel villains do. True, he had good motive. But at the end of the day, he was again a very generic Marvel villain. He was just an evil version of Black Panther. Which is why, moving on to the next character, Claw, who was played by Andy Serkis, was one of my favourite characters. And he was a character that was completely wasted, killing him halfway through, not even halfway, he dies within the first third of the film. Why was he a better character than Killmonger? Because not only did we not need depth to him, he was great because of the characteristics he's had. The psychopathic side to him, the humorous sides, the fact that, he looked awesome as well with his robot arm. And I know people are going to say to me, come on, Killmonger actually had a backstory. Let's look at The Dark Knight. Did we have a backstory for the Joker? No. Did we need one for the Joker? No. The Joker works so well because he was something very different to Batman, and he was just such a fun character to watch. Andy Serkis as Claw was fantastic to watch. Killmonger, he was alright. He was alright. Then we got Everett Ross, which felt very out of place in many scenes. And I'm not saying that because he's white. I generally just mean half the time he was there in Wakanda, he didn't have nothing to do. And he could have had a great death scene as well. They built up to his death scene really well when he was in the pilot seat. And she was like, you've only got 30 seconds or whatever. And he's like, okay, I can do this. There is no way he would have got out there in time. That would have been a great place to end his character, because I bet they don't do anything with him in future films. Nakia, really good love interest for once. Really good. Marvel don't always do the love interests very well. This one was great. She was a great, strong female character, which works really well. And she just had some awesome lines, some great action sequences as well. And then the next one up is Okoye. I think that's how you say it. Apologies if it's wrong. Who is his bodyguard. Seems very strange that Black Panther needs a bodyguard. But we can say it's Michonne from The Walking Dead if you want. Another cool character who worked really well in this film. You can tell that the actress done really well. As I say, I'll touch on the actors in a minute. But yeah, she was great in the film. Really good. She had some really good one-liners as well. Really funny. And it was like witty humour, which I really like. Not like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. In-your-face humour. But yeah, it was good. She had some great action sequences. And then we got Shuri, who is one of the funniest characters Marvel's introduced, I think. And this is Black Panther's sister. Because she works so well in this film. She bounces off Black Panther and other characters brilliantly. A couple cringy bits. The what are those? I can't lie, I cringed at that quite a lot. But yeah, it's very fun to see her play off other characters. And then we got Zuri. A pretty boring character. Because the story wants us to care about him, because when they obviously do his death scene, that they want everyone to go, oh no. Did anyone actually do that? I mean, no, they didn't. Because the film didn't give us enough time with him. They didn't build him up for anything. And I know people can say, why do you want to spend time with him? Well, don't try and make me care about him then. If you're going to try and make me care about him, you need to give us time with him. He was a very, very forced in your face replacement for his dad, basically, in the story. Anyway, the acting. Let's get down to this. I'll go through this quick. Chadwick Boseman, played the part really well. Pretty standard acting. He didn't blow it out of the park, I don't think, but he was good in it. Is he a great lead man for a film? I can't lie, he's not the best, but he done good enough. Michael B. Jordan, awesome. He nailed it as Killmonger. If the actor hadn't been great for Killmonger, then I would have had like zero interest in him as a villain. Michael B. Jordan made that part. That's his role. He aced it. Martin Freeman. I want to say Martin Freeman was really good because he wasn't very good in Civil War. I really didn't like his American accent. He really didn't pull it off. But in this film, he did it really well. So I'm going to give Martin Freeman some credit. Really good. Andy Serkis, amazing. He's always amazing. I absolutely adore Andy Serkis. Fantastic. Forrest Whitaker, he was better in this than he was in Rogue One. I'll say that. But again, though, nothing amazing from Forrest Whitaker. Lupita Nying, I think. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher some of these names. I really do apologise. She played the love interest so well. And, she's doing fantastic. She was in The Force Awakens. She was in The Jungle Book. Now she's in this film. New upcoming actress who's doing absolutely brilliant. She made their relationship more believable than Chadwick did. I will say that. She absolutely aced it in this film. Fantastic. Diana Gura. An amazing step up from The Walking Dead, that's for sure. She had some very funny moments and really made people care for her character, considering she weren't in it loads. So yeah, she's really good. And then we got Letita Wright. Again, probably saying it wrong, I apologise. Who handled the humour really well, even when she got that cringy line, one of those. And yeah, made her character really, really likeable. If it wasn't her playing that character, then I don't know if that character would have been as likeable. Okay, so I'm going to quickly look at the directing. Ryan Coogler directed this. He aced some parts of the directing and he didn't other parts. Handled the long shots brilliantly. I really got the feel of Wakanda. I really felt like I was there. It was fantastic. The underground scenes were, you really got the scope of it, even though the CG didn't help. And I forget the name of the snow place, but that was awesome. It looked fantastic. The film had really good pacing. That's what I liked about it. The film felt like it flowed really well. It struggled a tiny bit in the first 20 minutes, but it then picked it up really well. The action sequences were a bit hard to follow, though. And it's weird, because some of them were fine. Some of them were absolutely fantastic. Again, the one at the start when he jumps out of the plane, aced that. But then at the end, when it's Black Panther versus Killmonger, and you've got the giant PS2 train running through the middle, that's where some of the action sequences didn't work too well. The directing in this film was pretty good. It was pretty good. And then the visuals, same thing as directing. Half of it was they aced it, and then the other half was a bit... some of the shots looked awesome, like Black Panther appearing in his suit. Killmonger has a great bit where he pulls out 2 knives and the suit kind of appears over him. And it looks magical. It looks absolutely fantastic. But then there are other bits, and unfortunately a lot of them are the long shots, which the director handled really well. Some of the city of Wakanda just doesn't look great. The rhinos at the end didn't look great. So it all kind of falls apart a bit there with the CG. And it's very funny, because Marvel really don't ever do any bad CG, I don't think. And this one had some bad CG. And it's like, how? I mean, like, some of Marvel's older films, like Iron Man 3, look better than this. And that's, like, got 7 years on this film. So the CG was very strange and very disappointing. But overall, I do like Black Panther. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I really do think it is a good film. It's a good Marvel film, but it is not one of Marvel's best. People are saying that this film should be going up for Best Picture. Logan didn't even get that. And Logan is by far superior. Again, it's a fantastic film. It really is. And the fact that it didn't go up for Best Picture is ridiculous. So it's like, I don't know why people are saying Black Panther should be. But anyway, Black Panther, overall, it is a good film. I do enjoy it. Again, it's a fantastic film. It's great, It's got a fantastic cast. It really has. The director, he's done a good job. But at the end of the day, this film has blown up a bit too much. I understand why. I do understand why. But, like, I saw posters the other day from the new Infinity War poster, and people had replaced every character's head on Infinity War, like Doctor Strange and Iron Man and Spider-Man's, with other characters from Black Panther. And even on the official Infinity War poster, people like the actress who plays Black Panther's sister, their name gets above Chris Pratt's on the poster. So I really just feel like people are getting very carried away with this film, and I'm trying to pull it back a bit here to show that at the end of the day, it is still a pretty average Marvel film. But anyway, that is my take on the film, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the film. As I say, it was a good film, and I would recommend it to people if you haven't seen it. But then again, I've just spoiled it all for you, so you don't have to see it now. It was a good film. I look forward to the sequel, and I look forward to Infinity War, of course. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.